Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 66 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. What's going on, everybody? Currently deciding how best to quickly get this in place to do what I want it to do. This might be tricky. Just might be, but we'll see. There we go. It filled up a little bit of liquid. But that's okay. We'll manage. I'm not sure which type of liquid you filled up. I guess we could look. Probably has a little bit of lava and a little bit of water in it. I was not surprised by that fact. Did that drain at all? Let's priority like 5U. That seems reasonable. Now you've got less than the buckets of each. Yeah. Oh, I hate when that happens. Rage-inducing. Void excess, no. Oh, that's cool. It's draining somewhere. I don't know where it's going, but I'll take it. So it'll probably completely drain out of everything a little bit. Okie dokie. That's cool. Not entirely sure where it's going, but whatever. Not worried. I want to have a little fun today. I would like to have better food. Those of you who have updated the Direwolf20 pack may or may not have noticed that food got a little nerfed. And we have to fix that by making better food that we can eat and enjoy. So I've come up with a specific type of food I want to make, and that is the bacon cheeseburger. Sounds good. That'll fill up 5 hunger health thingies and then like 12 of the ham hock thingies. So pretty good food source overall. Just requires some cooked pork chop, which we should have no problem making because we've got a lot of pigs going on. And the cheeseburger requires cheese, which needs milk and salt. And then it also needs a skillet with beef and toast needs bread and butter is heavy cream and salt, and heavy cream can come from milk. In a mixing bowl. So there's some steps involved, but I think it should be kind of fun. So your job there is to import bust some milk for me. That's pretty much what you're going to do. So to get this mission accomplished, one of the items I decided to grab myself is the Animal Rancher. This nifty device, if it's the device I think it is, should work in an area large enough to cover my entire farm from the outside, which is cool. And I'm going to go ahead and give it some power, and let's see what it does. Milk! Milk! It milks cows for you. It also shears sheep, and you know, probably some other things that I forget. Basically, like your animal things that don't kill animals. Buckets or shears to milk cows and shears. So also getting sacks from squids. There you go. That's cool. Neat. So we've got lots of milk there. Now, how are we by way of things and stuff under here? Do we have, like... This stuff's all going here. Trying to figure out, like, how I'd like to get my fluid here back into the refined storage system. I could probably ender tank it. Does that sound fun? Ender tank sounds reasonable. To get milk put in here. So if we got a couple ender tanks, so we're going to want 2 of you and 2 of you. Now, the white ender tank, is that being used for anything yet? I don't think it is. And white seems like the appropriate color to use for milk, right? We're using red. So that's cool. Sandstone. So yeah, let's stick with white, and that can be our milk container. That sounds fun. So we're going to want some... I don't know that it needs to be hardened, but I'll take it. Those are filters. We're going to want servos. And that should be all she wrote. So in theory, we come over here and make a really simple setup of... Oh, you're doing like a lot of stuff, aren't you there, Buster? This, and this, and ignored. And that should start filling up. And away we go. And then we can just throw an import bus on this guy, and I'll stick it behind the wall with the lava. Does that sound cool? So like right here, and we can make this guy an import bus for fluids, which means you should be filling up with milk. Hooray! Nice. Another fluid. Mission accomplished. Ta-da! Milk. All right, so let's teach some quick recipes for that. So that should like pretty much be it for what we want to do here. Now you can do cooked pork chop, right? It has to be cooked for a bacon cheeseburger. For a hamburger, it can be raw beef, so that's cool. So let's do the things, right? So first off, let's do you know how to do cooked pork chops? Probably not. Processing mode, smelting, done. Now you know how to make cooked pork chops. Redstone furnace, good to go. And let's just like kick off all the recipes and then we'll figure out what's not working. Because I'm sure there's going to be a few things missed. So we're going to want you, not in processing mode, right? And then cheeseburger needs you. Cheese is going to require a bucket of milk and salt. You go in there, you go in there, and you go in there. 1 pot, 1 milk, 1 salt. Cool. And then salt is pot and a bucket of water. Now the nice thing, the really nice thing about what we're doing here is that we're using refined storage, which has native liquid support. So we don't actually have to provide buckets of water. It'll use water from the liquid storage that we already have in its crafting recipes, and we don't actually need buckets. So that's pretty cool. So that covers the cheese section, right? Now hamburgers, we're going to need raw beef. Right there, sir. Yeah. And then toast requires bread. Bread comes from baking dough. Dough comes from water, salt, flour. You already learned how to make salt. Look how many steps are to this. Flour, mortar and pestle with wheat. That sounds cool. Now, toast also needed butter, which I believe I can use heavy cream for, right? Butter, toast, butter. So that's salt, heavy cream. I'm going to teach you how to make heavy cream with that. I really want you to make me the toast butter with heavy cream. Where's butter? There you are, butter. Stop putting silken tofu in there. Pretty sure none of this needs to go in anywhere but here. So if I did that... Can you make that? Do you have the thing I need? I'm missing a mixing bowl. But not anymore. And the Pam's items don't like ever use up anything, so that's cool. Sweet. So that should be butter for us. So what do I need to make a bacon cheeseburger now? We're missing skillet, saucepan, and pots. And for some reason you put cooked tofaken in there. Silly guy. Saucepan, skillet, and pot. Saucepan, skillet. And it looked like you wanted 2 pots. And then I have to fix the cooked tofaken recipe thing and the bacon cheeseburger, and then we should be good. We'll see if 1 pot's going to be enough, or if it's going to actually want 2. So the bacon cheeseburger was the one cooked tofaken. And the reason I chose this recipe, obviously, is because I have most of what I need already. Cheeseburger cooked tofaken becomes cheeseburger cooked pork chop. Nice. Now, why when I shift-clicked you would you go into the refined storage system? Who would ever want that? You go in there. All right, bacon cheeseburger. Missing bakeware. And you're going to need more water than that. Missing pot, missing mortar and pestle. So we'll do another pot. Bakeware. Oh yeah, you're gonna need lots more brick. And then we're gonna need mortar and pestle. Bakeware. And I guess it needs 2 pots because it needs to basically do multiple craftings at a time. All right, so now if I want a bacon cheeseburger, let's get like 10 of them. Go. Nice. Look at it all happening. Beautiful, actually. Loving it. That is cool. And we've got a bacon cheeseburger. Sweet. Now I could get 10 more. So you can get about probably 16-ish at a time. You could ask for more if you bumped up your water fluid. But obviously, the water storage block has a limit to how much it can hold. So when I say I want like 64 of them, it needs 192 buckets available. And it only keeps 64 buckets available. I could bump up that 64 fluid storage up to a higher tier, but we'll look at it later. For now, we've got automated bacon cheeseburgers. Oh, delicious. Look at that amazingness. That is a good food source right there. FYI, you could throw that into a culinary generator and get yourself 80,000 RF a tick. Not terrible. All right, cool. So, hey, better food. That's nice. So that was priority 1 for today's episode. So something I want to try. I'm not sure how well this will work out. We're going to give it a shot. I'm going to pop my wither skeleton into here and my blade and my enderman into here. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to flip this lever. Not bad. Use a little bit of sharpness though, right? What would be involved in making that? Iron swords. So I'm going to want, if I want 10 of these, I'm going to want 40 iron swords. That sounds fun. So that's 20. Alright, so let's get 10 of these dudes. And you're going to need more gold nuggets. Also on the to-do is maybe occasionally, or once in a while, potentially think about getting better drawers for that stuff. Alright, so that should kill Enderman faster. Let's see. Yeah, faster-ish. I like it. Cool. By the way, there is a new item that I have never seen or played with before that I want to try out. This guy... No. This guy can be upgraded with shulker pearls. Pearl blocks, huh? How do I get shulker pearls? I'm assuming I have to kill shulkers, right? Shiny pearl harvested by right-clicking on a shulker. Alright, cool. So I can't upgrade him yet. But if I do upgrade him, he picks up items immediately rather than, you know, waiting a few seconds. So that's kind of cool. Let me turn off my magnet ring for a minute. What I'm after at this point is dimwit parcels. I think we're getting to the point where I'd like to start playing a little bit with our cool dimensions, because we're going to rapidly get to a point where having some custom dimensions would be cool. So I just want to... We're getting there. I'm not sure that I'm there yet, but I want to try and get more dimwit parcels. And the best place to get them is from killing enemy. They're pretty rare, even with looting upgrades, though, which is kind of a bummer. So I'm going to keep an eye on this for a few minutes and see if we get some dimlets. I'll be right back. I just wanted to start this early so that, you know, maybe a few episodes from now we'll have more dimlets. Alright, so I decided that I think it's time to go on a little bit of a monster hunt. Time to wreck a boss. And to do that, I'd like to fully repair my sword. And let's take a look at what we've got by way of sword upgrades we can throw on this thing. We already have luck on there, but we never did really throw damage on. And I can throw some modifiers on, probably by way of quartz, to really give this guy a nice bit of a weapon ability to kill things even better. Let's just throw a bunch of quartz on there. That should be good. That should be good. That's top tier, right? Now, I don't think there's any further things we can do to upgrade or add modifiers to him. But that should give me a really nice weapon, right? Like, I'm going to be doing some decent attack damage with that. But I was also looking at getting some strength potions. And it looks like there's some cool stuff we can make. So we can make potions of strength courtesy of the Alchemical Imbuer. And what's cool about this is that we can use the Alchemical Imbuer from Thermal Expansion to make a pretty good strength potion. But then what you can do is you can get strength 2, I wonder about this. So if that's strength 2, that's a minute and a half. That's strength 8. What can I do with you? That just lets me splash potion him, right? But if we look at strength 2, so potion of strength can be bumped up to strength 2, which can then be distilled into strength 3, which can then be distilled into strength 4, which then can be distilled into strength 5. All these things require a fractioning still with an augment in them called the Alchemical Retort, which is a fractioning still specialization, which allows the refinement of potions. So that might actually be kind of cool. Now, every time you refine a potion, like strength 3 becomes 2, that drops the duration of the potion. It looks like about in half, but then it's not quite in half once you get to tier 4 and 5. But strength 5 will last for 30 seconds, and it adds 15 attack damage, as opposed to the measly 6 attack damage you get from strength 2. So it's like almost 3 times as good, not quite, like 2.5 times, right? Is that right? I'm pretty sure that's right. I feel like that's right. So 2.5 times the strength buff for a little bit of processing sounds cool. So I think what I'd like to do is build like a little automation machine and start teaching it how to make potions of strength and maybe other potions that we might want to apply, because all the potions appear to have a tier 5 version of them, which is pretty cool. Well, I mean, not all, but some. Like, I think regeneration, for example, does. I'm curious, like, what regeneration 5 would look like. I bet it would be good. But it only lasts 7 seconds, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. So part of me wants to try playing with this, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool to do it inside a compact machine? Yay! So let's get a compact machine to take care of that for me. So I'm thinking like a normal sized one, right? So that requires, that's the 7x7 room. So that's like a pretty much like a 9x9. I feel like that should be enough room for any alchemical potion processing that we're going to need. So for this, we're going to need 26 compact machine walls and a block of gold. So I did teach you how to make compact machine room, right? Yeah, cool. And a block of gold. How's my dimlet doing, by the way? Because you're being loud. Not terrible. Maybe a sound muffler wouldn't be the end of the world? Make me 1,000 wood, would you? Only because you're now loud and annoying. Like, that's so much better. All right, so compact machine is going to require, for a normal sized one, right, we're going to want a 3x3 pattern, right? So we're going to want to do U, basically 1, 2, 3. With a block of gold in the middle, is that right? Now, was it large compact machine is a 9x9, but that, I believe, needs a 5x5 area for these guys to work in, which I guess if I bumped it out one more, it would totally work. I'm just curious, like, you know, playing around a little bit, but I think we're cool. Let's turn off this lever here for a sec. Yeah, see, it's only a 3x3 area. So I'll have to rearrange this structure a little bit at some point if I decide that I want to go with anything else. So that should be good. And then just drop an ender pearl in it. Those I should have in spades. Boing. Nice. Miniaturize a new miniaturization room for me, please. I do really love that miniaturization field effect that is made there. Like, that is just, that is cool beans, guys. Like, super cool. And then field turns off. Sweet. All right, so let's go make a compact machine room for potion refining and processing. And then I'm going to get some good potions. I'm going to take them to fight a boss monster and have some fun. There'll be probably a few boss monsters that we're going to want to fight throughout our series here. And using potions will totally be cool by me, right? So let's do it. So you're filling up pretty well. I could probably upgrade my hardened capacitor. I think there's something I can put in this, by the way. Hold on. Isn't there an augment now that I can put? I think this is new. Linkage concentrator? Allows rechargeable items to be charged very rapidly. Okay, cool. Allows for damaged items to be repaired. That's cool. Parabolic flux coupling. Allows for rapid wireless recharging of flux capacitors. Will no longer accept, process, or recharge items. Cannot exceed charge rate of flux capacitor itself. Parabolic flux coupling. Coupling. Parabolic flux coupling requires some silver plates, which I can totally get if I make an engineer's hammer real quick. Even though that's a different mod, but that's okay. Doot. And then a redstone servo. And then you need hardened glass and electrum gear. Hardened glass and an electrum gear. Parabolic flux coupling incoming in seconds. Nice. So if I throw this in here, this is kind of like, this is one of those miscellaneous episodes where like lots of things happen. Only one specialization can be in there at a time. So energetic infuser specialization. We can remove this one and put this one in. And hey, that's cool. Are you recharging this? Oh, cool. Wireless recharging. Sweet. No idea what the range is, but I like it. That is cool. That is super cool. Look at that. I like it. But it can no longer accept items. Neat. I'll take that. Dude, wireless charging? Yes, please. All right, so we're going to want our compact machine dude. And let's go find a spot to put this guy. I feel like... I should have like a compact machines area for all the compact machining that I'm going to do. But long story short, we can probably just tap into this wall a little bit. And we can send power in there, obviously. Look at all that falling it did. Cool. Eventually we could like send power into this bad boy, right? So we'll want power to go in, we'll want items in, and we'll want items out. Okay. So that seems reasonable. I wonder if I could put a crafter right next to the compact machine. Maybe that's something we'll test today as well. Like if I put a crafter right here facing the compact machine and there was an item import bus that could accept it, would that work? I'm actually not 100% sure, but I'd like to find out, so we probably will. For now, let's get into the machine and check it out, which shouldn't be, it should just be an empty room, so I'm not really sure why we're doing that, but it's cool, we're good. Good, yeah, so there's a machine there, that's nice. And we can pop out. And then let's human form it up for a sec. Are you doing that thing where I lose health? Or health is being weird. Let's get the machines that we need to process with first, right? So in order to get strength potion tier 5, we're going to need, ultimately we're going to need a fluid transposer. I'm debating whether I want to store like a bunch of strength potion available or if I want to do like a crafting kind of recipe where it's like put in these items, get out a strength potion, because that would be cool, like to just craft strength potions on demand. So that's probably what I'll do. So let's do that for sure. So we're gonna want a potion of strength tier 4. So we're gonna need 4 to 5 is 1 fractioning still, right? And then 3 to 4 is a second fractioning still. 2 to 3 is a third fractioning still. So we need 3 fractioning stills. And then we're going to need 1, 2 alchemical imbuers. And if I want to do awkward potion, I'm going to need 3 alchemical imbuers for water and nether wart. Okay. So that doesn't seem terrible. So we could do that. Yeah, so 3 imbuers and 3 fractioning stills. Okay, so to get that, we're going to need 6 machine frames. And imbuers we're going to need 3 of these. And I'm going to crap this off camera real quick. All right, we are back. And I think I've got most of what I want to work on here. So what I'm going to do, just because I can, is probably just rearrange a little bit of the wiring back here. Doop, 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 boop, boop. And I haven't entirely decided how I want this to look and work, but we'll figure it out. But I'm thinking I'll probably just have a signalum-plated item duct. Right, I probably have to get those things and stuff. What are those things called again from compact machines? Tunnels, yes. And they are made like that. Might be cool to automate that. I wonder how easy that would be to automate. Like, exactly that design. Would that be doable with builders, you think? Is that doable with a builder? I might need to... I want to do this, but I definitely want to, like, try automating that. So let's just get some redstone and a compact machine and a hopper. To automate this. Don't let me forget, guys. So we'll put you... We'll put you... Cool. That wasn't so bad. Totally want to automate that, though. That would be neat. To be able to, like, do a thing and have it automate. Okay. So we're totally going to need to hop into this thing. So on the... What side is this? West? Yeah, west side is where we're going to want to have items going out and power coming in is going to be west side. So I don't know what direction I'm facing. It doesn't have to line up, as you guys know, but up, north, south, west. Right? So we're going to want items to go out that route. So signalum plated fluid item ducts. And then maybe like, you know, I might just do this, right? And we could have the machines here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That sounds kind of cool, right? Because we're also going to have, So we're going to want items coming in. Like, let's line up the machines here, because we're also going to need a fluid thingy, right? So alchemical imbuer, and then fractioning stills. And we have to get the augments for the fractioning stills yet. But 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to want fractioning stills. Cool. Okay. For some reason, it didn't sound like block sounds were working. And let's clear these things for a sec. Okay. And then we're going to have a fluid transposer here. So the items are going to go out the top of the fluid transposer probably, right? And we'll let items go into the back of the fluid transposers. Now we're also going to need to start with water. So I'll have to figure out how I want to handle that. I'll probably either throw an ender tank in here. That would probably work pretty well. So what I'll probably stick with is this along here. And then what we'll also... So let's pop out for a sec. And if we throw our signalum dude here now, he should be connected. And if we go inside, we should see all our machines getting power. Beautiful. That's what I want to see. Sweet. And let's boost them all, right? So, cool. And we might as well get our fluid transposer ready to go here. So let's request one more conversion kit and a fluid transposer. So conversion kit and a transposer, fluid transposer. So that just needs a couple copper gears. And we'll be good to go. Nice. And is the conversion kit done yet? It's working on it. Hey, does this thing work cross-dimensionally now that I put that sweet upgrade in it? Nope. Looks like it's dimensional only. Bummer! That would be cool if it did. Sweet. All right, so let's get water into this dude next. So items have to go into the back of these guys, right? So that's what we're going to have, is the inputs will be on the back. At the very least, that's where some of the items are going. Well, actually, you don't get items in the back, do you? Because you're just refining. So you just get fluids from the left, right? So this will turn water into, like with netherwort, into the awkward stuff. And then that'll be strength 1. That'll be strength 2, right? So water will come, items will come in the back, right? This one, items will come into the back. This one, items will come into the back. But then each of them are going to output to the right, which means this guy needs to receive from the left, and this needs to receive from here. You're going to receive an output to the right. You're going to receive an output to the right, and you're going to receive an output to the right. And then you, sir, will receive an output to the top. Cool. And that's where this is going to come in, and then the item will right out the back there. So that sounds cool. In terms of items coming in, we're going to want to have it happen back here. So what I'm going to do is put another one of these, and the items can come in. Let's say they're going to come in on the south side. Does that sound cool? And we're going to try this and see if we can hook it directly in. If we have to change this, so be it. So items will come in here on the south side. And what we'll do is we'll just have, I didn't bring any actual item ducts with me because I'm a genius. Probably should have done signal and plated impulse item ducts, really. But ultimately, it's not that big a deal. Because they're just items flowing out. So technically no items are going in the top here. So let's do this. Let's do energy here. But the items do have to flow this way. So let's do signal and plated impulse. And that should be cool, right? And then as far as items coming in, this just needs to be impulse item ducts, right? Like so. Cool, and that should work. Now we're going to want to filter what's allowed to go where. So we're going to want, let's get 3 filters there, and if you're in auto output mode, you should be fine. And we'll just kind of see how this all works out. And then we just have to figure out fluid on the left one. And that'll be all right. That should be cool. So items will go in here, and we'll probably have like a crafting guy there. So let's get a crafter. Remember, we have lots of these extra because things. There you are. Sweet. Why are block breaking sounds like suddenly being weird? I feel like I have no volume at all. Like, I know that I placed over here. Are you the problem? We'll see. I thought that was far enough away that it wouldn't affect me, but we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, that must have been it. Okay, cool. So some cables would be nice. Perfect. All right, so that technically might possibly work. We have to test it still. Cool. So you're ready to go. Let's figure out how we're gonna get water in there. So what I could just do is a tank. Do we have water in tanks, or do we have? We don't really. We just have you import busing aqueous accumulator water. Okay. So we could either have an aqueous accumulator in that room that we can pipe water over to, or we could try and get water in there courtesy of the compact machine. I wonder if I could get water in there through this method. You ready? We're going to test this. Check this out. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a fluid duct, a signalum-plated fluid duct, and we're going to right into there. Okay? Now, trust me on this. This may or may not work. So if we put a signalum-plated fluid duct here, but we put this guy on the down direction with a signalum-plated fluid duct, and we set you to accept fluids from the top, can we pipe fluids into the bottom of this and have it work? I have no idea. We're going to find out. Fluid exporter from this dude. Would be cool if it worked, right? It would be really cool. We're going to want a bucket of water. Is my exporter done yet? It's almost done. Come on, exporter. There you are. And then we're going to try sticking an exporter on the bottom of this dude in fluid mode with water. Now, is that going to work? I have no idea. Holy cow, it's working. Ha! That is cool. I didn't know if that would work or not, but it seems like it does. And that is awesome. That is super awesome. All right, cool. So let's do... So basically what we want to run by here, to get a Strength 5 potion, we're going to want Strength 4, Strength 3, Strength 2, comes from Glowstone, and this comes from Blaze Powder, and this obviously comes from Netherwort, right? So Glowstone, Blaze Powder, and Netherwort are what's going to be allowed in here. So let's get Glowstone, Netherwort, and Blaze Powder. So that should all be good. We're going to want filters. Let's get... I'm going to do Resonant because I don't know how many potions we're going to want to make. So we're probably going to want to be very specific about what items are allowed to go and where. So I'll just go ahead and get another Resonant filter. That should be good. And then all we need are augments, right? So the Alchemical Imbuer already makes potions, but the Alchemical Retort is what allows potions to be refined. So we're going to want 3 of these, right? So let's go look at possibly having to make those. The Alchemical Retort will need some lead plates. We're going to want 3 of them, right? And then we're going to want 3 Signalum gears. So that should be making Signalum for me. There's my 2 more of these guys. And now we just need to wait on the Signalum gears. 1 moment. So you're doing what? Making all the stuffs. Signalum ingot, machine in use. There you go. Processing is going. Nice. Loving it. Go ahead, guys. Be right back in a sec. It occurs to me that we're getting really close to the wrapping up point for the episode, so before we're ready to play with this bit, I just want to see if I can get this to work real fast, and then we're probably going to need to wrap up. So here will be whitelist Netherwort, here will be whitelist Blaze Powder, and here will be whitelist Glowstone, right? So if those 3 things go in, this should work. Now the fractioning still needs this augment, this one needs this augment, and this one needs this augment. Oh, you know what else we should do? We should totally put in glass bottles as a requirement as well. But let's see if we can get the very basic bit working, and then we'll come back next episode and finish this build up. Does that sound cool? So if I put these guys in here and then pop into this machine, what we should see is the Alchemical Imbuers all look like they're running. They actually run really quickly. Okay, cool. And then you are cleaning up potions of strength. Sweet. And you're cleaning up potions of strength. Sweet. And you're... Nice, dude. That's actually going really well. That is cool. And at the end, we wound up with 150 millibuckets. Wow, that is a terrible number. That's like the worst number you could ask for. That's like a terrible, terrible number. It's potion 5, but so here's the deal, right? Potion of strength requires 250 millibuckets to go into a bottle. So we're going to have to do some math because we're going to need to do more than 1 bottle at a time. We're going to have to say, like, that's going to be an annoying number. 5, no. Yeah. So how much of that do we need to make? We need to make a number that's both divisible by 150 and 250. So we'll figure that out next episode. For now, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time and finalize this build. We'll test it with auto crafting, and we'll test it with a few other things, and then we'll see how it all works out. All right, guys, take it easy.